Hi, this is a quick overview of the Philips HD9621 Viva Turbostar frustration-free air fryer. That's a mouthful. Okay, so I have an original air fryer, so I got something to compare this to. It is a little smaller in footprint. The basket easily comes out. There are some things missing here. Now, the inner basket has a hole in it. It'll be obvious when you see here, and it is waiting for you to be able to put the thin mesh screen inside of it to turn it into its own basket. It makes cleaning easier, and it also allows you to, there's the mesh, and that will go into, that little tab piece will go into a hole in the bottom and in the top, so you can actually have some things that are more for roasting, you can just lay in a thin layer, or things that you might want to pile up as basket form, like French fries. So I'm going to put this one on the bottom so you can see pretty much how it works. The instructions aren't completely clear on this. There's a couple of things about this that I had issue with, but anyway, I put the tab in there, and it took me a minute to figure out. You sort of press it in, snap it into place. It's not that hard at all. It's pretty intuitive, but I'm doing it with one hand, so you have to excuse that. And now there it is together. It's all together, and it's ready to accept whatever foods I want to put in there. I'm going to do some frozen French fries and see how it's different from the one I have. Now, one thing that's pretty obvious is the front. There's a temperature gauge here. Now I have a digital one, so you just spin the dial. The thing on top tells you pretty much some basic ideas on what you're going to want to do. There's no preheating necessary. I do like that. And then it tells you how long to set the timer for, which is a tick timer. Now, a couple things about that. The fact that it's a manual timer. Now I'm weighing in the amount of French fries that they wanted me to put, just to be specific for this particular review. So while I'm doing that, I want to tell you that the timer, you turn the timer and the machine will start ticking away time without being plugged in. That's the negative part of having a manual timer. So if you're kind of scattered like I might be at times when I'm cooking, I'll turn the timer on, think it's running, and walk away, and then, oh, I forgot to plug it in, run back in. Now, of course, you'll hear it running, but I'm the type that would just put it in there, turn the knob, and run. Now, the cord on the back, by the way, is really short. I don't ever agree with that because they say it's for your safety, but the problem with too short of a cord is you're just going to try to get it with an extension cord, which makes matters worse. Not a big deal. I'm not taking anything off for that. I am putting in the French fries here. I bought some frozen fries that are not cooked. I got sweet potato fries, so they're actually going to look a little more golden brown. So remember that. They're not any more golden brown than sweet potato fries would be when I cook them, but they, they're colored in that way. You can actually see the frost around them. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to slip it into the opening of the fryer. Now, I haven't plugged it in and I don't know that yet, just telling you. And so that's what I was explaining earlier. So I'm putting it into this bottom part first. It snaps, and then I'm taking the whole thing and putting it into the bottom of the fryer. Now, I look on the instructions to see what temperature I'm supposed to have them at. And there you can see it's for 11 to 25 minutes, and you set it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Shake halfway. So basically you come back over and you set the top to the temperature. It's pretty easy. And you set the timer. Now remember, I forgot that I didn't have it plugged in, but that's me. Now I hear it ticking, and now I go, wait a minute, I'm not hearing the fan going. So I set the phone down and got it plugged in. So everything was diverted. You can see the green light, and that's pretty much the only feedback we're getting here. There's no timer buzzer. There's no ding of a bell at the end. It just stops cooking, and unless it is a ding, I didn't hear it, and the light goes out. So we're going to fast forward to that moment. So let's take a look here. Nope, they look great. And I can tell you now, I don't know that you're going to be able to see the steam, but they are hot. I'm going to taste them. Everything was crispy, delicious. I can't show you the smoke. I might have overcooked them even, but they're really good. And so that's going to be a treat for these. Not a drop of oil was used to make them. And I don't know. That's going to be one of the main uses, I think, of it. So I hope that little overview helps you to get a feel for what it is. And the other thing that I found really useful for these is to crispen up some stale chips, tacos, things like that. I like that you don't have to preheat this one, and also I don't like that it doesn't give you a bell or some kind of thing to let you know that it is done cooking. At least mine didn't. So if they change that, great. But that's pretty much it. Hope that helps.